Having your backpack gear fail 20 miles into the field sucks. Taking this gear will definitely guarantee you a rough time. When I first started backpacking, I used to bring one of those inflatable camp pillows. They're totally sold to you as, oh, this is the greatest thing. It comes back down to nothing. Then you air it up, you sleep, and then, oh, you wake up like Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, until that thing aired down at 3 a.m. That was like, hey, what the heck? Now my head's all cranked up, my neck's all crunched, and I have to wake up and pop that little valve instead of getting lots of Z's. That was not fun. I have 100% ditched that. What do I replace that with? My fleece jacket. That's what I replace that thing with. When I'm hiking with a backpack, or I'm using a tarp tent, having tent stakes fail is a disaster. I brought the cheap ones. It's a mistake because as you're crunching it in with the rock and the tent stake goes brick, then what are you gonna do? Because invariably, once you bend that metal back, because it's a different alloy, snap! Oh yeah, that was fun. Buy expensive tent stakes. This is not somewhere to go cheap on because it will take your trip out, and especially if you're reliant on a tarp, without tent stakes, you have no shelter. That's just simply how it is. One of the things that's become popular in the last 20 years are trekking poles. Like, oh yeah, this is super good, and it gives you balance and all that, until they fail. Yeah, trekking poles, the little lock jibbies, or the twist lock ones, you stumble and you step on a rock and all of a sudden it goes zoom. Oh, those things can fail on you at the worst time. So make sure you test those suckers hard and at home. Don't just like, oh yeah, no problem. Like stumble and lean and catch on that thing and make sure you got it. Even though the cheap ones are very tempting to purchase, just buy the expensive ones. I've got my Black Diamonds, I've got my Leckies, and they make all the difference. Speaking of things that can fail in the wilderness, those little adjuster knobbies for your tent, forget that. Just learn the proper knots and then you will never have any problem. My book, The Most Crucial Knots to Know, will tell you how to tie them and where to tie them so they're always in your head and you're ready to go. One of the #1 banes of backpacking is your headlamp turning on in your backpack while you're hiking through the day. You get in, it starts to get dark, like, oh yeah, I get my headlamp out, and you pick it up out of your pack, and of course, it's always in the top of your pack, and you pick it up and like, wow, that light looks really weak. Haha, yeah, it's because your headlamp's been on all day. Make sure your headlamp has a lock mode, and make sure you know how to use it. The best way to avoid that is actually to open the back and just take the battery out. There's some fiddle factor there, so you do have to be careful, but that headlamp turning on while you're backpacking and you get to camp and then you're like standing in the dark, ooh boy, that is a suck fest like you have no idea. One of the things that's really gotten me is backpack hip support. When I carry a heavier backpack, like this bad boy, my Arc'teryx backpack, I make sure to bring a spare belt buckle. Before I had the Arc'teryx belt buckle and that thing kept slipping and I would have to stop every 1 minute and then I hated it. So always make sure to bring a spare belt buckle because if that thing breaks, how are you going to carry that 25 or 30 pound pack? It's going to crush your shoulders and that's going to be a misery fit. You don't even know what it's like.